This is a sensitive and complex topic, and while the Amish are known for their strict adherence to religious values and traditional gender roles, their private lives, including sexual practices, desires, and scandals are rarely discussed openly. However, from former Amish accounts and cultural studies, we can piece together a more detailed look into the secretive world of Amish intimacy. Sex, marriage, and gender roles in Amish culture. Sex is considered a necessary act for procreation rather than pleasure. Amish communities follow strict biblical teachings that emphasize the roles of men as leaders and women as submissive caretakers. As a result, Amish women are expected to be obedient in marriage, which extends to their role in the bedroom. While romantic affection is not outright forbidden, it is not openly encouraged either. Public displays of affection, even between married couples, are frowned upon. Many Amish grow up with very little education about sex beyond what is necessary for reproduction. In some cases, young Amish women enter marriage with minimal understanding of what to expect on their wedding night. Courtship and sexual exploration. The tradition of bundling before marriage. Amish couples participate in an old tradition known as bundling. This practice involves a young, unmarried couple spending the night together, often fully clothed, sometimes with a wooden board or blanket separating them. The purpose is to build emotional intimacy while maintaining chastity. However, in some cases, bundling has led to premarital pregnancies, something that is deeply frowned upon but not entirely uncommon. During Rumspringa, a period when Amish teenagers are allowed to experience the outside world before deciding if they want to be baptized, some young people engage in acts that would otherwise be forbidden. This includes drinking, partying, and sometimes engaging in premarital sex, though the level of freedom varies by community. If an Amish woman becomes pregnant out of wedlock, she is often pressured into marriage to preserve the community's moral standing. Rules and expectations in Amish marital sex. Once married, Amish couples are expected to fulfill their duties in the bedroom. The overarching belief is that sex is for procreation rather than pleasure. Here are some of the key expectations and unspoken rules regarding sex among the Amish. Women are expected to submit. Amish women are taught to be obedient and submissive to their husbands. This includes fulfilling marital duties, even if they do not wish to engage in sex. Saying no to a husband's advances is generally discouraged, as marriage is seen as a sacred contract. Limited sexual positions and practices. The Amish believe in maintaining modesty, even in the bedroom. Some communities encourage only missionary-style intercourse, discouraging any positions or behaviors that might be considered indulgent or pleasurable. Oral sex, anal sex, and masturbation are seen as sinful in many Amish groups. No birth control. The Amish reject modern birth control methods, believing that God alone should determine the number of children a couple has. Women are expected to bear as many children as physically possible, which can result in large families with 10 or more children. Sex during pregnancy and menstruation. Some Amish sects discourage sex during menstruation, considering it unclean. Others believe that once a woman is pregnant, she should not engage in sex again until after childbirth. Modesty even in the bedroom. Some former Amish have shared that even within marriage, sex is expected to be carried out with minimal nudity. Some women reportedly keep parts of their clothing on or engage in relations in the dark to maintain modesty. Secret desires and scandals. What happens behind closed doors? Though the Amish uphold a strict moral code, human nature remains the same regardless of religious teachings. Because the Amish are a closed society, there have been cases where desires and sexual indiscretions have led to hidden scandals. Infidelity and affairs. How rare, extramarital affairs do occur. Some Amish men who travel outside their community for business may be tempted by relationships with non-Amish women, while some Amish women have been known to have secret rendezvous. In communities where arranged or early marriages are common, some individuals seek passion elsewhere when they find themselves in emotionally or physically unfulfilling marriages. Sexual repression leading to secret indulgence. Because Amish teachings strongly discourage self-pleasure and sexual exploration, some individuals struggle with hidden desires. Some former Amish have spoken about secretly consuming pornography or engaging in forbidden activities behind closed doors. Due to the lack of sex education, some Amish men and women may not even know what is considered normal or acceptable outside their community. Cases of sexual abuse. Unfortunately, in some Amish communities, cases of sexual abuse have come to light. Due to the emphasis on forgiveness and handling issues internally, Victims, often women and children, may be discouraged from reporting such crimes to law enforcement. Some families and church leaders attempt to cover up these incidents by urging victims to forgive their abusers rather than seek justice. In some cases, offenders receive only mild disciplinary actions, such as being temporarily shunned or forced to confess their sins before the church. Teen pregnancy and secret abortions. While abortion is strictly forbidden in Amish culture, there have been accounts of young Amish girls secretly seeking help outside their community after becoming pregnant out of wedlock. Some desperate situations have led to women being sent away to have their babies in secrecy, sometimes giving them up for adoption before returning to Amish life. While the Amish publicly uphold strict values surrounding marriage, sex, and morality, their private lives are not without contradictions. Beneath the surface, there are secrets, hidden desires, and occasional scandals that challenge the ideal of pure, simple living. However, because the Amish are deeply private people, much of what happens behind closed doors remains known only to those within the community. For those who leave, adjusting to the modern world where open conversations about relationships and sex are common can be both liberating and overwhelming. I hope you found the details of this story as fascinating and unsettling as I did. You, mysterious, curious, intellectual, disturbed, beautiful people. My name is Penny Flick, with Kreep-ish. I look forward to sharing more of these stories that captivate and intrigue our minds, which can challenge our way of thinking. Comment on your thoughts below as I continue to uncover the mysteries of our history, true crime, paranormal, conspiracy, and cringe-worthy, creepy content. Until then, keep questioning, keep exploring, and remember that the truth is often stranger than fiction.